Hi everyone, this is the first video I've ever made. Basically, I'm going to be fixing my Zodiac MX8 pool cleaner. It's been showing a little bit of problems, so I did some research online, as most people do, and I found out it's actually the gears that are inside are giving an issue. I've changed the tracks a couple of times, and still it's just not doing exactly what it should be doing as when I bought it. It's been about 2 and a bit years since I bought it, and it's been really working well. It goes up the sides of the pools really nicely, and it gives a really good clean. So I'll just show you before I start. Like, the tracks are really thin. This is actually the first wheels I had on the actual Zodiac, the MX8, and these are the second ones I put on. So I just wanted to show you how different they were, and this is actually what they look like when they're brand new. So yeah, pretty big difference. So anyhow, went up to the local pool shop, purchased the factory tune-up kit, MX8, Zodiac MX8 tune-up kit. So yeah, basically you can buy these online, shop around. Your local pool shop will, if they don't have it, they'll get it in for you. But yeah, they're what, 130 bucks to about, you know, $180, like, as you know, shopping online or shopping around is the best way to go. You know, just have a look yourself. So anyhow, I haven't actually pulled one of these apart before, so I'm going to give it a crack. So you're going to be coming on the journey with me. Hopefully we can actually see what happens and give it a crack. So yeah, so before I start, what we might do is I'll just go through what's actually in the factory tune-up box. So wheels, so grips, so tires, what do you want to call them, that connect onto the gearing. 2 packets of bearings. We'll find out where they go later. Where we go, wheel bearings, ball bearings, wheels. There we go. So they are. A gear thing, 2 gears, and propeller. I know where that goes. That goes right in the center, and another gear thing. Now, as you probably can see, these are actually mirrors of each other. So when you actually get them out of the packet, they look opposite. That's intentional because there's a right and a left, or an A and a B, as you can see on the side. A, B, B. And yeah, so basically they're the gears. Make sure that they're actually they're opposites, because there's one for the right, one for the left, A and B. Okay. So I'm going to start pulling apart now, and be back in a sec. So here we go, I'm pulling apart. Let's give it a go. It's going to be exciting. I may speed it up in post-production. I don't know yet, so we'll see how we go. Okay. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, so that one screw pulls off the whole gear, which is pretty good. And how good is that? It actually says A on the inside, so you can actually know where the A gear is supposed to go. Pretty straightforward. I actually started to try to unscrew that, and I thought I'll give it a go, and sure enough, it all comes off. So it's pretty straightforward. So to replace the gear looks pretty straightforward. Aha! So that looks like this goes in there. Okay, so that might be the next thing I have to pull off, but I'll pull off this side now. I'll pull off what you will assume be the B side. Now, let's see how they go. Sorry, I've just got to turn around the other way because it's a bit easier actually. Let's come up this way. Give it a crack. Okay, I'm just going to show you how this pops off, right? So all I did was just unscrew that, just push it up a little bit, give it a bit of a wiggle, comes straight out. How good is that? And that will be the B side. Cool. Easy. Oh, how good is that? So self-explanatory. It's even got the B there, and it's got an A here. How good is that? A and B. So if you really get lost, it's really not going to be that hard, huh? So let's take off this bit. So we're going to have all these stainless steel screws. They all look like they're exactly the same size, exactly the same thread size as well, which I always double check because you know how sometimes you pull something apart and you've always got screws left over, or you kind of go, oh, why isn't it going back in? So yeah, so it looks like it's pretty cool. They all look like the same. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 screws that look like have to come undone to get the center bit out. Pretty straightforward. So they've actually been quite generous, or quite innovative, or easy. I don't know how you say. I haven't got the right words for it at the moment. But what they've actually got is they've actually got a spot where you actually can put your screwdriver down. So it doesn't actually mean you've got to go on certain angles. There's a little cutout, which is nice. Makes life easy for everyone. Just trying to give it a bit of a wiggle and work out why it's not coming out. Oh, there we go. Wow, pretty straightforward. Bit of leaf and gunk. But as you can see, they're the bearings that we've got in the bag. They're the gears, which look like they're just going to pop out, pretty straightforward. And yeah, pretty cool. There's a lot of gunk and leaf and stuff in here as well. It's going to have a break for a sec, and I'll leave it here, and then we'll come back, okay? Okay, welcome back everyone. I'm just up to the point where I'm just going to pull it apart. So, pulled it out. Now as you can see inside there's a bit of gunk from the pool. I'll probably give this a bit of a clean out in a moment, and you can see where it's been rubbing a bit and stuff. Give it a bit of clean out. So propeller and gears. So it looks like that whole section there, you can see the bearings bit, these little things that come in and out, and the thing. So obviously we're going to build this out of all the parts in here. So I'm just going to grab the stuff out of the box. Already got the flap out just there. That's that bit there, as you can see. So have a look there. Looks like cool. So there's a little bit of these bolts stick out on this side here. So as I got it out like that, the bolts on that side. So it does look slightly different on right and left. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll give it a bit of a test run before I put it back in. So it's like that. So in the plastic bags, we've got the ball bearings. I've actually pulled one out of its bag already. Just here, push it on here. As it shows on here, the blue's on the outside. Just there, can you see that? Blue on the outside, blue on the outside. And put the rod in. They don't seem to be right or left. Put that in, pretty straightforward actually, pretty easy. Other bearing, bag. Blue on the outside. Straight on. And my other bearing. Gear, I should say, not bearing. Now, I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean. Looks pretty straightforward. And that should just drop in like so. Gee, that was pretty straightforward. And it does what it's meant to do, which turns as it goes through. That's great. Cool. That was a little bit too easy. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go now. I'm just going to leave you for a moment. I'll stop the video. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this here for a second. I'm actually going to give it a good clean out. Have a look in there. See how there's like gunk and stuff. So what I might actually do is go and give it a really good clean out before I come back. And then I'll do the gears, which are on each side, and we'll put it all back together. It might not be that hard. Okay, see you soon. Hi, back again. Amazing what you find when you go and clean out stuff. So I cleaned it out, and as I was flipping it upside down, I saw something. And there's arrows here, and arrows here. See the arrow and an arrow, and an arrow and an arrow. So I'm thinking before I do anything, I might actually align those arrows like that, because it might be something to do with the gearing and the way that it goes together. So there must be a purpose for those arrows. So I'm just going to align those arrows in the right spot before I put it all back together, hoping to possibly dodge a bullet in the future with the fact that it may actually help me out. So I'm just going to put that back upside down really carefully. And I'm assuming it must be do something with the gears. So let's put this back together. Actually going back together quite easily, which is nice. It's always a satisfying feeling when you're actually putting something back in and it's not giving you any grief. It's not fighting you, the battle, while you're putting that together. As you can hear, we're in Australia. I'm sure you guessed that from my accent as well. Kookaburras in the background, having a good laugh. Always like to go back and just test all the screws before I go on to my next step. Good, excellent. So I may stop and start again now. I'm up to the gear assembly bit, so I just want to probably move this big boy out of the way, and I'll get this gear assembly in front of us, which literally looks like one screw. As you can see, one screw, pop it in, pop it out. But I just want to make sure that I've got a clear space and easy view of the camera to do that. Back again. Yeah, so I'm going to start with A, and the one that says A, and it says do not turn on it. So I haven't actually turned it, but it seems to move every time I turn it around. So anyhow, let's give it a go. So I'm just unscrewing that single screw. Aha! Different type of screw for that one there to the other one, so that's pretty obvious where that one goes. That came out really easily. Find my A again. A. It's pretty clean. Take this off. Slide this in. Yep. Straight in. Again. Pretty straightforward. Screw back in. And again, just slide straight back in, not even an issue. The thread's perfect. Let's do the B side. B. Screw. And honestly, I have not actually disassembled an MX8 before. This is the first time. I'm a novice. Yes, I do Lego as a kid, stuff like that, but to be honest, this has really been not that difficult at all. It's been really, really straightforward. So I've just noticed something. This is hard up against that, and that's a little space there. So what am I going to actually do is I'm just going to unscrew the A side again and see whether I've just got to wiggle it into position a little bit better. So I'm just going to screw the A side. Yep. Yep, it does slot in a lot better now. This does need a little bit of persuasion, but she definitely gets in there. So slide it back in again. Yep. Yep, goes in nice and tight now. 1, 2, just a bit of a wiggle. It's just slight rubbing somewhere, so put it back in, so unscrew. As we all do when we're pulling things apart for the first time. Always just do it, take your time, and don't rush it. Like really, it hasn't taken me that long to do this. So that's my A side done. B side, I've unscrewed it already, pop it out. Popped out, B side out. Take the paper off the gear. Slide it in. Again, just make sure that it's actually in the right way. Yeah, it does need a little bit of a wiggle. Click. Oh, gee, that went in a lot nicer than the A side. Anyhow, wrong spot. Long screw back in there. Again, going back in pretty easily. No real like difficulty screwing it in at all. Comfy. Tight. Always like to do my double check. She's good. So, nothing else in the box. I've got everything out. So now I'm going to bring back the body. I'm going to put the gears back in. B on the B side, A on the A side. See how it goes. So, where's my B? B, B. Let's put it back in. This might be a little bit tricky, trying to get the gear in the right spot. Might actually check that the propellers are in the right spot still, because I have moved it. Still, they're on their points, which is good. Can you see that? Oh, sorry, I did that really fast. There we go. So. That was a little bit too easy. Again, grab my screws. One screw back in here. And there like that. Give that a tighten up. You see? As you can see, it's really, really easy to screw it in. Get to the end, a bit of a turn. Just going to check the numbers because it's rolled around a bit. Check that the arrows are still pointing the right way. Good. Again, do the A side. A. Slide it in there. Click. Pretty straightforward. Again, let's just turn it around so it's easy for me to screw in. Put that in there. Screw it back in. Might stand up and show you myself doing this. Okay. Easy, straight in. Now, putting the tracks back on. So just checking, always checking these arrows. I don't know, so I'm assuming they're there for a reason, for lining up the gears. So I just want to make sure that I've got them in the right spot. So they seem to be going the right way. Now, put that on. Let's get the treads back on. I'm sure this is going to be a little bit tricky, as always are. I did a repair on the washer, the dryer. I had to put the drive belt in, which was a bit of fun. It's a bit tricky. So, see how this goes on. A little bit of a grip in there. Pretty straightforward. Just let it slowly push it on. Probably not going to be that hard. Sorry, I'm just blocking the camera just there. That's on, definitely. That's right. Try the other side. There you go. Try this side. See what I'm doing. I might put it like that so you can actually see what I'm doing. Put it in there. You can see how the actual cogs grip onto the tread. Straight in. Yes. Now, looking at that, you can actually see that the arrows still align up and everything moves together. Looks like it's all working now. So I'm going to drop it in the pool, but I think that's it. That's the MX8 tune-up kit repair. Thank you for watching. Yeah, as I said, it's my first video, so if you like it, thumbs up down the bottom. Yeah, cool. See ya.